today. I just wanted to acknowledge what a wonderful weekend it was last weekend with homecoming. Despite the football team not being victorious, all of the supplemental activities in terms of the PTSA table and the carnival and the band and the football team and just the spirit that was evident on the field last Friday was something I think we all needed and was certainly appreciated. So on behalf of the board, I want to thank anybody and everybody who had anything to do with that. Buildings and grounds, certainly athletics, administration, PTSA, the music department. It was just a wonderful evening. And then on Saturday, it was very nice. We had our biennial Wall of Fame induction. There are 5 people who have served the community and or the high school were recommended for induction to the Wall of Fame. So it was a nice Saturday morning of sitting around. One gentleman was from the class of 43, and he was kind of interesting, just for your own edification. His nephew nominated him posthumously, and this gentleman was the head of Wild Rover Sports and ABC TV, and had received a number of prominent awards, Emmys, awards like that, and had his nephew not nominated him, this gentleman from the class of 43 would have gone unknown. So it was kind of a nice, on top of former teachers and former athletes and community activists who were nominated, it was kind of a special. So I just wanted to thank everybody and anybody who had anything to do with either the homecoming on Friday or the Wall of Fame on Saturday. So at this point, I'll turn it over to the superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. So first of all, we appreciate your flexibility. Most of the presentations we're doing tonight were due to be done a couple of weeks ago, but in light of the situation in Israel, we moved them to today. And the first of those presentations is in honor of the people who are sitting next to me, the Board of Education. Sometimes people don't realize that Board of Education members don't get a salary. They are volunteers, just like many of you here are in the audience in PTA. And they give up a tremendous amount of time, and they give up their time because they care about children. There isn't much glamour to being a board member. It's not like you get any special perks.
Excuse me, we do get front seat at concerts. We do get front seat at
That is a perk. And these people are extremely generous and really focused on doing what is best for our kids. And it is my honor to work with them as a team. So tonight we have some special presentations planned. A couple of our presenters from last time couldn't make it. But we're going to open the evening with a musical tribute from our very talented middle school student, Michaela, who is going to provide us with a treat for the Board of Education.
Some people long for a life that is simple and tied with a ribbon. Some people won't sail the sea, 'cause it sorry.
No problem. Do you need more time? Do you need more time to sit?
Yeah.
Okay, just take your time. We
We'll start.
just give us the signal when you think you're ready to go. All right. No problem. No problem. Thank you for coming. Take your time.
So maybe while we're waiting, we can ask Amy McNicholas and Juliana Carmichael, who are our CTA presidents, CPTA presidents, to come up and speak and do their presentation. Okay.
So the PTA units, right, we always do a little appreciation. We are very thankful for you guys volunteering your time, being the voices for our kids, listening to us, supporting each other in the community. So little gifts and refreshments from the units too, in the back for everyone that attended. So thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And without stealing too much of the surprise, I think there are personal letters from some of our students in these packages.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Great.
Some people long for a life that is simple and plain. Tied with a ribbon, some people won't sail the sea, 'cause they're safer on land. So follow what's written, but I follow you to rain on all to we all our own. And in my heart, we promise to never let go. We're walking tightrope, high in the sky, we can see the whole world down below. We're walking the tightrope, never sure, never know how far we could go. But it's all an illusion, comes with a lifetime. Walking a tightrope with you. Oh, with you. Oh, with you. Mountains and valleys and all that will come in between. Desert and ocean, you pull me in, and together we're lost in a dream. Always in motion, so I risk it all just to be with you. And I risk it all for this life we choose. And in my heart, we promise to never let go. We're walking a tightrope, high in the sky, we can see the whole world down below. We're walking a tightrope, never sure if you'll catch me if I should go. But it's all an adventure that comes with a breathtaking view. Walking a tightrope with you. With you. Oh, with you. With you.
Thank you so much, Michaela. That was absolutely beautiful. And students like Michaela and our fine arts students, our visual arts students, our TV and film students tonight are all supported by the programs that our Board of Education sponsors and supports. So again, just a small snippet of the wonderful things that are happening in our schools tonight. And I think when you read some of the letters that students have written to you, you'll know how much that's appreciated. So thank you. We have some refreshments provided by the PTA, but maybe we'll do our student presentations and then take a brief break for cookies and coffee. So the next tonight is Mr. Crowley and our wonderful TV and film students.
All right. I first have to say that's a really tough act to follow, Michaela, so I'll do my best. I'm not going to sing for you, say that for Michaela, but that was beautiful, Michaela. She's still here. It was awesome. All right, great. Well, good evening, community members, educators, fellow educators, my family who's here, my lovely students, and also especially the Board of Education, administrators. Thank you very, very much for this opportunity. Congratulations on tonight. Hopefully you'll get to witness here tonight some of the fruits of your labor. It does not go unnoticed, so thank you so much for all your efforts. So my name is Mr. Crowley. I'm a high school teacher, technology teacher at Long Beach High School. We've created a television program here at the high school. It's a complete collaborative effort that provides an opportunity for our students to participate in. I'd like to talk a little bit first about the program. When the high school was built in 1971, there was a black and white photo lab that was built. And when I started my career, I was developing black and white photographs, but always had the dream and goal as an educator to create a TV program and a film program. So in 2002, we had started the process, and in 2003, our director of technology at the time, Mike Richey, was a great supporter and proponent of this. I requested 4 Mac computers and 4 camcorders, along with Mr. Harvey at the middle school, and we're able to start kind of practicing and creating some films at the middle school level and the high school level in 2003. In 2005, those 4 Macs turned to 10 Macs, and then in 2008, those 10 Macs turned to 20 Macs. So the program was flourishing. We then had a post-production lab in the photo lab downstairs in the first floor of the high school. But the dream was to create a TV studio where the kids could really participate in and get real world experience. So we were really fortunate in 2012. There was a $98 million bond that was floated to the community, and it was approved, and it was for district-wide repairs and upgrades, and a portion of that money was funded for a beautiful brand new TV studio, which is now located in the west wing of the high school, which is just brand new, just built. Partially for that purpose. So in 2014, we finally started in the studio, and our first live stream started 2 years later. It was a huge process to get up and running, but in 2016 was our first live stream. Our mission and values, this is a poster that I have up in the classroom. I can and I will. It's important to get the kids out of their comfort zone and try to, ultimate goal is to get them in front of the cameras and to actually broadcast and be one of the anchors. So it's a hands-on experience that encourages creativity and innovation, makes school fun. This is not a typical classroom environment, so hopefully the kids come to school having fun. That's the ultimate goal. Prepare students for college in the real world. They're learning 21st century skills such as public speaking, writing, reading, computer and high-tech equipment skills, and troubleshooting, which is very important as well. And they'll produce professional, fun, and informative shows and films that will be distributed to the school-wide population and beyond. And they're learning skills for life, such as being on time, work hard, and accountability. This is the morning wave in action. This is an image of our studio, and the students are all hands-on. They're using the cameras. These are high-end cameras you'll see in regular industry studios, ABC, NBC. This is the control room here, where you can see this is kind of the brains behind the operation here when the students are sitting. It's a complete teamwork atmosphere. where, you know, if one person doesn't do their job or hold up, then the show could you'll notice it. So it really encourages teamwork. This is our soundboard. We've got a PTZ remote control here, which we can control a remote. It's like a robotic camera. It's used a lot in major leagues, NBA, NFL, so it gets the kids prepared for that. This is our lighting board here, and then we have our graphics and switcher up in front of the control room. This is the post-production lab. We have 20 Macintosh computers that the students learn post-production skills. Right now we use Final Cut Pro, but we're also teaching them Adobe After Effects and Premiere as well. That's become industry standard, so they learn a little bit of both software techniques. And this is our YouTube channel. So if you search this on YouTube, you go to Long Beach MVP, you'll be able to search our channel. We've got live videos, we've got whip naming, music video that was filmed right here. And the funny thing is, my students had mentioned this to me, there's a little young man at the front here that's actually at the high school now in the TV class. So it's kind of cool where it bridged the gap of maybe inspiring the kids then, seeing us walk around with the cameras and creating this, and now here he is at the high school taking this class. Please take a look at that at your leisure, and take a look at our channel, Long Beach MVP. Here's a short example of the morning wave.
Good morning, Long Beach High School on this Thursday, April 20th. This is your Morning Wave brought to you by Marines TV. And now on to school news with Dean.
Thanks, Roger. The Spirit Club will be meeting today in room 323 to discuss upcoming spring events. All new members are welcome to join.
Come to the IB Dance Recital tonight at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium.
We will be celebrating Autism Awareness Day tomorrow, April 21st. Please remember to wear your Autism Awareness t-shirt. If you did not purchase one yet, stop by the school store and buy a shirt for $20. There are only a handful left, so make sure to get yours today.
So we have a Google spreadsheet, a form where the teachers or coaches, administrators can fill that form out. That's how we get our information. Once we get that, we put it into the teleprompter, and then we rehearse usually once before we run a live production, and we'll run a live production. Sometimes it is fully live. Most of the time it's a live recording, so we'll record it and then post it live. But we have done live productions, which they really step up to the challenge when we do that. There's no going back when we have live productions. Here's behind the scenes. This is a quick video of what you'll see behind the scenes. If you noticed before, the desk looked really real. It's a virtual set. So this is the students in action here. And you'll see that there is no desk. It's just all virtual.
US Navy on October 10th, 5th period, SUNY Alianza on October 12th, 2nd period, and SUNY Impulse on October 13th, 2nd period. Please sign up for these in advance on school links. And if you're on class during this time, please see Ms. Lynch in the counseling office for a pass.
Parents and seniors, this week we have numerous info sessions booked with the University of New Hampshire, University of Florida, Penn State, and Emmanuel College. Please go to on school links to register to get an admissions rep for one of these colleges. Space is limited.
So seniors, get ready for Senior Spirit Week. This is our week to dress up and show school spirit. It starts this Friday with the theme of Seniors Costume Club.
So that's behind the scenes when the students are in action. And again, it's a complete teamwork atmosphere. Here's some community projects. We try to obviously tie the community into this as well. So we've gone out into the field and produced some films for the community. Recognize that band, Blue Oyster Cult. We had filmed during COVID. The Blue Oyster Cult was creating a new album, and they couldn't find a studio in Manhattan. So the board approved, thank you so much, approved them to come into the high school and into the TV studio and actually film 4 of their music videos that's part of their album now. So if you look up Blue Oyster Cult and you take a look at 4 of their music videos, most recent music videos, they were filmed at Long Beach High School. So that was really cool where the students got to go in. I had a few of my students come in and actually participate in creating real world music videos. We made a documentary for the Long Beach Patrol in 2020 as well. We had created a documentary on St. Mary of the Isle, A Century by the Sea. This actually won an Audience Choice Award at the Great Lakes International Film Festival, which is a nice feather in the cap because, for the students, there was a crew of about 10 students that helped out with this. This was sent to several professional film festivals, independent film festivals, and actually win an award against other professionals, which this is all they do, was a really nice award for the students to receive. And then additional projects, we've worked with the Cub Scouts a couple times and made a video project for them, teaching them how to edit and how to film. We created technology and innovation film, highlighting the technology education courses. A rap program video we had created a few years ago, and the middle school constantly comes in throughout the year to tour our TV studio because that's really our farm team. We're trying to catch them when they're younger, inspire them to then come to the high school and continue to take the classes. School-wide projects, so of course we're working within the school as well. An annual project that we work on is a pep rally. We just did this last week. So before the football game, we go out and have the students interview and we create a package that goes into different film festivals. We also film the Class Olympics, which is huge at Long Beach High School. Students get really involved. We actually run a live stream that we set up a desk in the gym and then live stream out to our YouTube channel and interview some administrators and students. So it's a great experience for the kids. We use these units called Sparks, and all you have to do is plug the camera into the Spark unit, and then from the Spark unit you plug into a Cat 6 drop, and then you can broadcast whatever's being shown. It's pretty cool. So we use that, and the kids get the opportunity to use that technology. Other school-wide events, we work with the business, dance, art, and music. Dean, of course, goes around man on the street. Students love that when he'll walk around and interview different students about what's going on in the schools. West and East School with Nene, we do music videos, robotics team documentary, and we do a lot more projects. And this is one of the examples of what the students have made that we submit to film festivals. It's a quick intro for the. So it was a quick intro that we submitted to one of our BASH Awards, Broadcast Awards for Senior High. But that was an example of the students going out filming, coming up with the idea, storyboarding, filming it. The cool thing about that one was we used a drone. We were able to get a drone, and the first shot that you saw was using a drone, so that was neat that the students had that opportunity. Some course offerings. This is what the course is all about here, the curriculum. TV Studio Production 1 is a full year course. That's really our first introductory course that the students ideally will take as a freshman. So they're able to get the 4 years. We do have seniors that start this as well. They can take it any year, but it's ideal for them to start sooner. They learn video editing techniques, video switching, graphics, field equipment setup, storyboarding, script writing, sound, lighting, composition, on-air talent skills. It's a lot. It's a lot. So they learn all of that throughout year 1. TV Studio 2 is a full year as well. This is where they actually put their skills to work and they create content. We make short films, commercials, PSAs, animations, music videos, movie trailers. TV Studio 3 is the morning wave. That was the example that you saw. It's amazing. I encourage anyone to come in any second period. At the high school, you're welcome to come in, but to see them work is incredible. I pretty much will stand like this. As they do everything, they'll sit, and I've shown them what to do, and now they get to showcase what they can do. And they run the morning show together. A lot of leadership skills are learned. I'm truly impressed on what they do. And then TV4 is where, if they take the 4 years, that's where they become lead producer and director, and it's really like an internship, and that's where they really lead the show, and they lead their peers. Sports broadcasting is new this year. It's a half-year course. And they're going to learn how to go out in the field and create sport packages for the athletic department. And broadcast on the morning show. We share the studio space with media arts, digital sound design class. Mr. Rossi teaches in that space as well, does a great job with the kids. We've actually collaborated with music videos before. We took first place at a BASH Awards out of 20 schools and like 2,000 entries. We took first, so it was a really nice opportunity for us to work together and collaborate. So the studio space is really used just about every single period throughout the day. And any other details you'd like to see is available on our course selection handbook at lbeach.org on the high school page. We have a TV and film club that meets every Tuesday after school. So this allows the students outside of the classroom time to create more videos and collaborate together. So that's a really nice club for the opportunities to have. So this is something new that we'd like to share with you tonight. If the students take TV, I'll try to make this a little bit bigger here for you. If the students take TV 1, 2, and 3, and they take a career and financial management course, which is through the business department, they have optional courses as well, but if they take those required courses, and they take an industry assessment called Skills USA Television, and they pass that exam, they get a CTE certification on the. So that's something we're really excited about sharing and starting this year. So our sophomores will have that opportunity to get this on their diploma, which is really nice. Makes them more career ready. Some film festivals and accolades. We went to Locust Valley every year. We won close to 100 years over the 18 years of participating in this. First, second, third places, if you guys would like to look, there's some of the examples over here. We also attend the Long Island Media Arts Show in April. Last year, we had 3 of the 4 finalists, and there was 70 selected out of 20 schools, and we were able to screen them at the Luminary Showcase, which is like their big showcase at the end of the festival. Broadcasting award for senior high called the BASH Awards. We've won numerous awards there. And we actually hosted that in 2020 during COVID. We were honored to be able to host it. My students actually hosted for all the other schools. It was pretty cool. We did it virtually. And then we hold our own film festival in June. We'd love everybody to come and attend. And it showcases all the students' incredible productions to the community. And that takes place in June. Some accolades. Here's just pictures of our different experiences that we go to throughout the year and some of the awards that the students win. And some notoriety and Newsday, the Herald, the Patch. There's some newspaper clippings over here you can take a look at as well. But this is great to showcase that other schools witness as well, and kind of puts us on the map in a positive way. And preparedness and testimonials, and I'll end here. Here's some college and industry readiness. Students have attended or currently attend the following universities for TV or film work. We have 2 students now at NYU Tisch, which is one of the best, not in the country, but in the world. So 2 students are currently there. 2 at Hofstra University, one of the best TV programs in the country, in the world as well. Boston University, Binghamton, Ithaca College, UCLA. They're working at NEP Studios, B&H, and News Channel 12. We have students working there as well. So it's working. Future plans. Since 2014, we had a 3-year goal of starting to stream. We did that within 2 years. Our 5-year goal of 2019 was to be one of the best schools on Long Island. I think we've reached that. We've just, the last 2 years alone, we've had Southside, Bethel, Manhasset, Farmingdale, Oceanside, Brentwood, Southold come and witness what we do. And they try to emulate what we do at Long Beach. I teach BOE classes to other TV production teachers, and we're starting a course and also provide consultation to administrators who are building new studios. And we've won top awards throughout Long Island. The 10-year goal is to be one of the best in the state, and then the 15-year goal is to be one of the best in the country. All right, here's some testimonials. These are quick videos. So I've got my students here that we'll talk briefly, that's okay. But they were not able to make the last meeting, so we filmed them. So we're gonna showcase their testimonials of the course.
So a professional hockey team on the bench. When I first started this class, I really only expected to be a behind-the-scenes worker. I was a very introverted person. He always kind of spoke for me.
This is his brother.
Go out to myself. But the minute I stepped in front of this camera and got that script put in front of me, everything changed. Something inside of me that I had no idea was there just kind of woke up. I now plan on majoring in communications when I go to college. It really just changed my whole career path. It took a bit of practice at first, because not everybody gets it. But once it clicks, it really does click. And it's really just a great experience for any student. Helps you realize who you truly are.
The beginning that was clipped off a little bit, he was talking about his brother, Dean was talking about his brother Cole, who also took this class for 3 years. It's a pretty cool story, but as a sophomore now, he just started his junior year, but as a sophomore, he works for the local hockey team, which is a semi-pro hockey team in Binghamton. They just started. He had an internship with them, went onto the ice and interviewed people, and now he's actually the color commentator for the hockey program in Binghamton, getting paid as a junior in college, which is unheard of. So that's a really cool story. So he's saying that Cole always spoke for him, but now he's brave to speak for himself and walk around the school and interview his peers and be on the morning show. So that's an awesome story and proud of him. Here's Logan Fitzpatrick.
Hi, my name is Logan Fitzpatrick, and I'm a senior here at Long Beach High School. This is my second year in television studio production. When I joined this class in the beginning of my junior year, I joined because I realized that being in front of the camera and anchoring is something I really wanted to do for my future career. Hence why I'm majoring in broadcast journalism in college. In addition to being in front of the camera and anchoring, I realized that this opportunity allowed me to do something I love doing, talking. Also, in this class, being behind the camera, I learned high-tech skills and was able to practice my teamwork skills with the other students in my class. I think that every student should take this class to better their people skills and help them in all their future careers.
I'd like to ask him up real quick. You guys come up. So Dean Parenti, Logan Fitzpatrick, Thomas Fitzpatrick, come on. I don't know if you can tell they're twins. Two twins. And Kathy McGuire. So Dean and Logan spoke. Thomas is a senior. He's going to talk briefly about the technical side. These two lovely students are more in front of the camera, but they do work behind the camera as well. Thomas is really heavy on the technical side. He's one of our main switchers, so he's going to talk briefly about his experience.
Hi guys, I'm Thomas, as you just said, and I'm one of the primary switchers for Morning Wave. I started this as a sophomore, but initially I actually took photography freshman year, and then I wanted more, so I did TV studio, and I fell in love with it immediately. I came right to school, and then I was like, yo, this is crazy, I love this. And I learned everything. I was doing cameras, I was doing teleprompter, I was doing switcher, a little bit of sound, some graphics. Yeah, I fell in love with it, it's really fun. Every time there's like, something goes wrong, I'm like, yeah, it's a problem, let's fix it right away. And I'm like testing everything out. I discovered a lot of stuff to do with the switcher, which is like industrial grade. It's like the same kind of stuff they use in like Marvel movies and Disney live action remakes. So it's really fun. I actually managed to qualify for the CTE certification thing on complete accident because I kept on taking all the classes I could and I qualified for it. So that's really cool. Yeah.
Thomas brought up a good point. Any conversation I have with people that are in industry, that are in the industry say that one skill that a lot of students don't necessarily have leaving college and moving to the real world is troubleshooting. If there's a problem, you try to fix it. Don't just say, oh, it's broken, that's it didn't work. So troubleshooting is a really, really important thing that I try to instill in the kids. So the students, and it's great to hear that's something that Thomas really believes in there. So Kathy is a sophomore, so this is her perception of the course as a sophomore. So hi, Kathy. Kathy McGuire.
Hi, my name is Kathy McGuire, and I'm a sophomore in TV2 this year.
and I'm really lucky to be in this group of students. This is like the biggest cohort of sophomores that we've had come into the program since it like started. There's 9 of us, which is a lot. And it's really like, it's pretty crazy to think that we're gonna be the future of the morning wave after all of these guys leave. Like, they teach us so much, and it's really a great experience to work with them. And we're so lucky to have like an amazing studio like this to like learn and grow in, because as Thomas said, it's like very professional grade. And when I like first started this class, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I really, really love it. And it's so much fun, like, because I get to see the side of the school that no one else really sees, like behind the scenes at like pep rally and like other school events. And it's really fun making, like, being able to execute my creative ideas. I love TV Studio.
Thank you so much for all this time you've given us. I probably went over my 10 minutes. But I want to end with a genuine, sincere, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for supporting this program. As a community member and parent, now of 2 young boys here in the district, they probably won't even take the class, because I don't know if they think dad is cool anymore. But just the opportunity to give to the students and, just to see them flourish and this opportunity is an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Community members, thank you for the support as well. You can see the fruits of all of your labor, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was just amazing, excellent. We're so proud of this program, and we're proud of all of our students who are involved in it. As I said before, the PTA has graciously provided us with refreshments to celebrate Board Appreciation Week. And I know some of our students may have to go home to do whatever. So why don't we just take a 5-minute break, have a little snack?
Can I just have 1 minute? I just wanted to say, Mr. Quirey, we've never met, but I'm Kaya's mom, so nice to meet you officially. I just wanted to share my own thoughts about your class, having a daughter who's in your class, who's also in special education. And I just wanted to share with the community, these amazing students here have embraced her in such a tremendous way. And so it's not just for one group of students, or you don't have to have, one special skill. This is a class that's really open to everyone, because many of you in the room know my daughter has a lot said against her and Mr. Quirey, but you guys as students, it sounds like he kind of blends into the background, and that you guys really run the show. So I just wanted to say from me as a community member, but also as her mom, thank you, because that's really important. And those are the lessons that you're going to take with you into your lifetime, well past the rest of us all being here. But also, having had her have the opportunity to do the weather, which is her favorite thing, by the way. So I don't know how you figured that out, but she loves the weather. And I know that you've had her do the weather, and she has come home and said that her favorite thing about school is doing the weather in TV Studio and creative writing class. So a big thank you, but thank you mostly to you guys. I needed to say it before you guys left, because I know it's late and we got to get home. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome.
Before we break, we usually use this opportunity to ask programs, is there anything you need as we move into budget season that would expedite
Another 15 minutes?
So, anything in terms of equipment, but just now's the time to ask.
Yeah, I mean,
Good year.
there's a couple brief things. It'd be a great opportunity to have the kids, as a team, go out possibly during a school day to highlight different businesses and communities around Long Beach, and almost like a news team, and go out and create content. That's kind of been a dream and a goal of mine. It's hard to do it after school with sport. They're so involved in sports and everything else that maybe there's some type of internship program where once a week we can go out for 3 hours and get a van and go create content. It was always a dream. Another one was, and I teased the kids a little bit, day one of our school year, I said, there's a huge contest throughout every year. It's annual, and it's for television programs across the country. And they're actually holding it this year in Long Beach, California. So they got really excited that, oh my God, they're taking. So, I mean, that's a dream moving forward, but that takes place in April or May, I think April. And that's where really, if you compete there and you do well and you win, that's the best in the country. And that's always been kind of the goal as well. So I was happy to hear how excited they were, but that's something else, you know. And of course, 4K cameras would be nice. But really, what we have is, I mean, other school districts come and their jaws drop. But it is something that you do have to, you know, invest in. The technology moves so quick, you really have to continue to get newer stuff.
Well, in the event you don't come after the break, I did want to thank you on behalf of the board for your time, and your effort, and the students for their time tonight as well. Thank you very much for the presentation.
So let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay, we're going to resume the meeting. You're welcome to stay if you'd like. We thank PTA for the refreshments. We thank the Wellswest School Administrative staff for hosting. Okay, if you're involved in the conversation, we ask that you take it outside. We're going to continue with the meeting. Thank you again, Mr. Criley, students.
And tonight for our work session presentation, Dr. Ostrov is going to take us through kind of where our CTE programs are now. You saw just a snippet of that just now. And our dream really for where we are going in the next 5 years and the really exciting things that are happening in our district that I think will be great for our students.
Thank you. It's the perfect night to present on career and technical education and internships at Long Beach High School following Mr. Carley's wonderful presentation. So I'm here kind of on behalf of a lot of people. I'm here on behalf of the high school admin team. I'm here on behalf of Dr. Gaza and Dennis Pettis and the team of CTE teachers that really came together years ago and started dreaming up all of these pathways for students. And so tonight I will share our current offerings, our current state-approved CTE offerings, how they fit into our short and long-term vision for curriculum and instruction, and some of our dreams and visions of new programs that we can offer our students that align with a lot of other things we're doing right now. And then finally, the role that internships play in promoting student career and college readiness in cohesion with all of these CTE programs. So currently, Long Beach High School offers 5 different career pathways for certification. Medical assisting, and the medical technician program is in its 2nd year, and it's going to be graduating its first class of 10 students this coming year. We have automotive technology, which has currently 26 students enrolled in the final 2 years of program with the internship component of the program. Right now, 4 students are on the path to completing it this year, but we have a lot of students in the pipeline to be completing it in the upcoming years. We have TV and film, which was just approved as well, metalworking, and innovation and design. So the innovation and design, the TV and film, and the metalworking, they were approved just this spring. So students, as Mr. Carley said, in their 1st and 2nd year of the high school that are currently in these CTE courses are going to be eligible for that CTE pathway and certification in those fields. Just to get an overview of what it means to have a career and technical education program. Career and tech programs include a few core components. One is that they have 3 credits at least, some of them are 4, but 3 credits at least of integrated and specialized coursework. So just like we heard in the TV and film example, a half a credit career and financial management course, so that can be offered at any time during a student's high school career. And then industry requirements for an internship or hands-on experience in the field, as well as some certification in the field. So some accreditation, whether it be technical, a test that students take, and then that's proposed to the state, and the state accredits the program. So I was able to visit medical assisting a couple times, and those pictures showed the practical application and skills that the students are engaged in. Our medical assisting program is housed in Nike. It's a half-day program, and it started last year, as I said, for 11th and 12th grade students. They will be getting their Certified Health Professionals National Medical Assisting certification. And along the way, they're also getting CPR, they're getting first aid, and they're getting Narcan. And then there's a host of different experiences that the students have. And currently it's taught by Ms. Seeley, who's actually a graduate of Long Beach Schools. And so she teaches it now, and she's very excited. And when I did visit, I saw a lot of students that are either applying to their jobs and or at the same time applying to nursing school. And they've had a great success at being able to reference their experiences here. Our automotive technology program is a 4-year program, and their final 2 years are considered the internship component of the program. And there's dual credit with SUNY Suffolk, and they do vehicle diagnostics, wheel and tire service, engine and transmission service. They get a lot of hands-on experience. You see it in the car shows, you see it in all the different exhibitions that they have throughout the year. And we're in a special situation where Mr. Johnson actually is a automotive repairman with a degree and with a certification. And so he's able to lead the internship component as a part of the course. You heard a lot today about TV and film, so I'm not going to go any longer on this slide. But again, you have the certification in career and financial management. In metalworking, it's a 4-year program where students exit with a Welding Society certification. The final courses are a little different in that they're looking at joints and very specific skills in joining parts together, and a lot of fling work as well. And so they kind of graduate up through. The design and drawing for production 1 and 2 are the fundamental components of a couple different programs. So the next program also, the innovation and design. This is a broader certification because you have some more choice within it. So you take the design and drawing for production 1 and 2, robotics design and engineering, but then you have an array of different tertiary courses that you can take for your 3rd and or 4th sequence. The Fusion 360 certification is really neat. Fusion 360 is everything. It's like it's a product that allows students to design, produce, change, modify, and so it's very important in terms of the world of all sorts of design and industry because it can use different medium and it allows students to have an understanding of the design process from start to finish through 3D printing, production, and modification. Again, I'm hoping I'm doing justice here. So my colleagues and I, so the drafters, coordinators, and I have been sitting around and thinking and talking about the future of education a lot. You know, here we're trying to really prepare our students for a future that's really difficult to imagine with the rate of change and the rate of technology. So we've been looking at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the World Economics Forum, and we're looking at predictions for both fields of study as well as the skills and competencies that are being cited as areas of need in the workforce. And so this graphic kind of shows how we're thinking about the future of school and the future of learning here. We're in a unique situation where we're not only in a world that's changing so fast, and we kind of have some predictions of it, but we get to be here in Long Beach where we have a profile of a graduate that is a unified focus and vision of our values and our thinking of where our students should be in the future. We also have a rich IB program that's rigorous, it's hands-on, it's based on student performance-based assessment. And we have these CTE programs that are currently within our school, and we're thinking about how can we offer even more opportunities for our students to learn and grow and get competencies. So not only are they going to college, but they have a leg up when they're applying to college, because not only did they learn about the field in academic studies and those integrated studies, but they have actual technical expertise and certification in the area of study that they're going into. So it helps students not only access higher education and or careers, but then when they're in those careers or in higher education, they can get those jobs that are that leg up on their peers because they have the certification, they have the capacity, they have the hands-on experience. And they also have mentors. So each of these core components also have an industrial mentor or a relationship with the industrial community. So when we're looking at the future, we're looking at the many different areas that our students can go into and get CTE certification. There's only a certain amount of real estate in our high school schedule. And it's kind of the thing that's the hardest thing to accept because there are so many things we want to do and dream of as educators. But an elegant way that we can take all of these converging factors is by looking at performance-based assessment and integrating it into our academic core courses. New York State is now offering a pilot plan where we can be a part of this network of schools that's coming together over the next few years to create performance-based assessments that run parallel to Regents exam that may enable students different pathways towards graduation that are not high-stakes test-based, but actually practical skill-oriented performance-based assessment. So all of these things come together and allow us to start to think about, well, what could it look like? What could our core academic courses look like if we converge our IB pathways and our CTE pathways in a way that might be meaningful? So for example, if you look at our aquaculture dream, if we're going to start an aquaculture program here in Long Beach, it makes sense. It's kind of the wave of the future. There was a Blue Wave article written by Newsday about it. And so if we're starting an aquaculture program, what could that 3 to 4 year sequence look like? If every child is taking living environment as a core Regents requirement, perhaps we can do a marine-based living environment course that hits on some of the fundamental skills, tasks, competencies, and then exit exam criteria for the aquaculture exam. What could that second year look like? We have a rich IB environmental bio program, we have a science research program, and then we have a marine bio elective where we can integrate aspects of aquaculture and give hands-on skills in that area. So it's not necessarily about adding to the program, but what we can do is elegantly converge all of these different things around practical skills, competencies, and performance-based assessment. So this is kind of our mental model of where we could be going with this. And if you look at this year, so we have the medical assistant, you see all the things, all the little boxes that are in brown are the programs in CTE that we currently offer. And what we could do is move towards offering those things that you see in that like blue-gray, it's a hard color to describe. So it's a blue-gray. So what you see in blue-gray are things that we could potentially be offering in this upcoming year. Law enforcement, performing arts and music. And the reason why this one is not so far a cry for us is that Ms. Lana Shapiro has already developed a sequence that was approved by the state for an alternative pathway to graduation. So our arts and music programs are doing integrated portfolio-based assessment. They're having students monitor their work, perform their work, and almost all of our teachers are already performers. And they are professionals within their field. So it should be a real sidestep for us to be able to get that CTE equivalency in the performing arts and music. Business management is another area that we're very close. We have a business sequence. We have certified business teachers. And so that is also something that we can certainly propose to the state this year, and we're pretty optimistic that we might be able to achieve accreditation for those programs. An EMT program is something we've already been discussing because we have EMT teachers within our teaching staff and faculty. And so these are areas that we would like to be offering in the upcoming year. And you see also in the cloud, this idea of having 8th grade career financial management is something we might be able to move down to the 8th grade. And that's something we're allowed to do. We can give it for high school credit. And it could be a shared experience among our students to promote opportunities within the CTE program. So that students come and arrive to our high school already having taken it. So it becomes part of our core offerings to our students. If you look into the future for the class of 2029, which seems so far away, but it's not. It's actually the rising group of students that would be entering our school the following year. And we can be then looking at carpentry, teaching, aquaculture. The opportunities are pretty vast. It really depends on our faculty, staff, our teachers, working with partners in the local community, working with you, our Long Beach community, and coming up with ways to bring all of these practical experiences into the classroom, and so that our academic programs are relevant and career directed. Internships are a huge component of this. As I said, sometimes they can be actually located in the sequence in the classroom, but when they are not, we count on Dr. Daza and her incredible work in matching students with their pathways. Some of the exciting things that have happened over the past few months is that we have students now placed in the new medical physician preparation academy. And I was able to see images of them online. So it's a mixed hybrid program where the students are online and gaining expertise and having access to workshops that we otherwise can offer here that are led by medical professionals. There are many ways in which Dr. Daza works with students to engage them in the internship program. There are college and career fairs, classroom visits, and teacher collaborations. Another opportunity where all of our directors and coordinators are working is in Passport for Good. Passport for Good is a software that kind of matches kids with clubs, activities. It can be used to monitor students' growth through the seal of civic readiness, the seal of bioliteracy. It's a nice way for students to be able to easily see what opportunities are available. It can also be a way for us to help match intern hosts. So people within the community that want to host, we can actually set up protocols and communications via this Passport for Good. So we're looking forward to having a real single-stop shop for our late, middle, and high school students to go to sign up for clubs, internships, and monitor their own pathway, kind of monitoring their own resume in a way, but also monitoring hours towards different criteria, certification, and opportunities. Our vision in the future is to really coordinate with our 3 certified work-based learning teachers. So currently we have 3 teachers within our school district, which is very rare to have 3 people that are here and able to work in this capacity. So when and if we find that there is a CTE area in which we don't have a teacher who can teach that internship or course, we can create a work-based learning collaboration with a local industry that would be visited and monitored by our work-based learning teachers. And so that's kind of where we're heading in the future. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Gallagher. I will click for you because the click doesn't work.
So the last piece of this is kind of bringing together many conversations that we've been having over the last few years. And that's a way to integrate internships, our CTE programs, our programs in general, with our community, with parents, with our alumni especially. And over the next month or two, we'll be sending out to our alumni database, to our parent community, to our community partners, a questionnaire asking people if they'd be willing to serve on career advisory boards. One of the things that happened over the last year, kind of generically, is a PTA parent came to me after I spoke about working on, developing marina and marine technology programs. And she said, my husband owns a marina, and his friend is like vice president of the Marina Association for Nassau County. I didn't know there was such a thing. And we ended up meeting with them, with Mr. Johnson and some people from the high school, really forged a direction for some of those programs. They also offered to take student interns, and it kind of germinated an idea in our heads that maybe inviting some people from our community in their businesses to partner with us in a very real way would be a great thing to do. Over the summer, we formed a Marine Research Advisory Board and invited some of our alumni who are marine biologists, some of our local community partners, to sit with us with our high school team and our science teachers to brainstorm what it might look like if we were able to create a real state-of-the-art marine science research program at our high school. So what we would like to do is replicate that and scale it up a little bit. And we're going to invite people in any of these 6 fields to offer to be part of just maybe 2 virtual meetings a year of these career advisory boards, where they would be willing to hear what the school is doing, to listen to what our vision is, to share what they're seeing on the industry end in some of these areas, and perhaps to help us. We were going to ask, what should we be considering preparing students for this field, and how can you help us? We're hoping that out of those conversations come technical advice, come internships, come mentorships for the students who are interested in those careers, and just help a connection between our community, our alumni, our parents and industry in a bigger way than we ever have before. So look for that email. It will be going out soon, and encourage the people that you know in this community to sign up. It won't be a tremendous commitment of time, but the payoff that it will have for our students in our school will be tremendous. So we're excited about these new directions. As New York State shifts into more performance-based learning, we are excited as a team because we've been talking about this for 3 or 4 years. The need to get our students doing real work, presentations, writing, projects, things that mimic what they do in the real world. And by the way, much more engaging learning. So I think that we're on a great path. I thank Dr. Ostroff for her work in this area, and we're excited about what is to come.
Okay, Board of Education comments?
I'll be brief. Thank you so much for that presentation. This is great, in my opinion. I mean, when you look at how we're trying to, adapt the way we prepare our children to become successful as adults, it falls right in line with it. Coming from a person who started it, I did community college coming out of high school, but then I also worked from 18, in public service as an EMT. I was already on the workforce in the Bronx, and then went to school afterwards and continued to go that way. So anything like this that gets these kids prepared to work and provide for themselves and live kind of in the real world, I think is a huge opportunity for them to be successful. So I think these are great. I'm happy for all the efforts that we're putting into it, and also the students are putting into it, and the parents are supporting it. So keep up the great work.
Conley?
Where'd you go? Thank you, Dr. Armstrong. I too, I really enjoyed listening to your presentation, and I like the way that you guys have seemed to cross your T's and dot your I's. You really are looking forward. You're not just making plans for today, but you're making plans for tomorrow. And as we know that years will go by very quickly, so I really appreciate you putting all that time into all the necessary details to ensure that these programs are successful for all of our students. And we've always said before, like sometimes children they all go into their own types of paths and careers, but when you grab a child's passion and you make them passionate about learning, like Mr. Cree showed us earlier today, you can really see how that child grows, loves to come to school, loves to work together with others. You really you help to guide the students into knowing what they want to do. Just like Dean said, he didn't know what he wanted to do until he took your course. So pathways such as this can open doors for so many of our different learners. So I want to thank you for it. This is also a good time, as Dr. Ryan said, for us to know about materials that these programs need so that the students can be successful and so that the teachers have what they need to ensure that the kids can, like the hitch for the ride for the robot. Things of that nature that'll help all of the students. I just want to thank you, and please remember to let us know for budget time, the materials and such. But I'm very excited to see all of these, so thank you.
Ms. Kelsey?
Yeah, here we go. First off, thank you for that presentation. I'm so impressed by this. I think that when we talk about performance-based assessments, it just rings, it's real for people. Is it not working? Okay. I think it makes it real for people. And when you think about creatively providing pathways, it's inclusive. And that's what's so special about this. It includes all of our kids, not just ones who are soaring academically, but maybe kids who aren't. And kids who soar academically can certainly take advantage of this as well. So I love that, and thank you again for that hard work. This is really impressive.
I'll just say, not to be redundant, I echo all the sentiments everybody said. Thank you so much for the presentation. I agree. I think this is outstanding. My one addition that I would just like to see added to healthcare is physical health. So, it says psychology, but there's so much in that field. I look in the field, so growth with wellness, nutrition, working out, those kinds of things, physical therapy. So that would be my only ask to add that in. And I'm not nitpicking, but otherwise, I think it's outstanding. So thank you.
I just wanted to comment briefly on 3 presentations. I noticed this from Classroom Teachers Association, so I wanted, on behalf of the board, thank you as well. Thank PTA and Central Council again, and the individual units for award recognition. I'm going to borrow Michaela's song, Walking on a Tightrope, this spring when we talk about budget, because that's exactly how I feel. It's like walking on a tightrope. And lastly, in terms of this presentation, Dr. Ostrov, I thank you for that. I think basically what we're saying is what the world is saying. That college isn't for everybody. The $400,000 debt after a kid gets to be 21 and then realizes that he's really not prepared for anything, or she's not prepared for anything. That we're looking to try to make kids as ready as possible, whatever the future might present. Whether it's college, fine, whether it's work, fine. But we have to be on board in terms of preparing them and investing in them the best way we can. So it looks like we're on the right step. I applaud the superintendent and Dr. Ostrov for getting us there, Dr. Daza, and those who are involved. Because once again, it looks like we're looking somewhat futuristically at education. And we really need to do that if we're going to be faithful to our kids and good stewards in terms of what the community wants us to do. So thank you. Questions and comments from the public on the work session topic only? As they spoke the mic? No. Okay. Board of Education, all business? How did you want to come up?
I misread the agenda. I think.
Wait. Questions and comments from the public? Nice to see you, Ms. McCarthy.
While you're looking for your glasses or wherever you're looking for, just kidding. Happy birthday. We were all singing for you, but you told me not to. Please don't.
All right, hi everybody, I'm Teresa McCarthy, 559 West Beach Street. Here to talk about money. I'm a senior, as I know many of you in this room are. Some of those kids, the parents have double. And this week, I had to pay, let's see, $595 for IB tests. I also have a freshman, so another $97 for the new AP test. The yearbook, $124. Photos, which the school picks the contract. The cheapest package is $177. I wanted 3 photos, 1 8x10 for our house and 2 5x7s for the grandmas. So I went to go do a digital download. $419 is the download. This is a company that not the PTA, the school contracts with. So my question is, it's criminal. Where is all this money going? What kickbacks does the school get? Does the school get any kickbacks? Same thing with the yearbook company. It's much higher than other school districts. And driver's ed, which the school no longer offers, was $724. So this 1 week, my bill for my senior student and 1 test for my freshman was $1,744. This is also at the same time that we have to pay for college applications. I found out that you have to pay for every test, ACT test that you submit to a school. So that was over $200. And I understand there are some free waivers, school things. We're doing our research. We're trying to take advantage of all those things that we can. My point is, this is a stretch for any family. It's completely unattainable for the majority of families in this district. To only want to get a digital download and have to pay over $400 is criminal and obscene. So I would like to know who sets these contracts. I'd also like to know, why do we pay for IB and AP tests out of pocket? Why does the district pay for a portion of that? And third, not just a complaint, but offer a suggestion. I think the guidance office offers financial aid night, how to fill out FAFSA form and that kind of thing. But I think there should be parent academies about all of these costs while your child is in 9th grade, what to expect and how to budget and how to get through these times. I also love the district to take driver's ed on again. Even if we have to pay, it would be a group rate, it would be much more cost effective and make all of us very happy.
So can I just adjust a couple of those things? Driver ed was actually out of our control. Apparently, during the COVID pandemic, driving schools laid off a number of their driving instructors. We have to contract with the driving schools who don't have any driving instructors, and we couldn't get one. We literally went out to bid 3 times. So we're hopeful that for the spring, we're going out to bid next week, and we'll have one in place again. It was not our decision. I have a senior as well in a different school, and I am going through the same culture shock. The pictures put me over the edge. I agree. So, and I don't know where that comes from in high school, but I will speak to you about that in the yearbook. I agree with you.
And when we do PTA photo fundraisers, PTA always gets, it's a fundraiser.
Yes.
There's money back, so there has to be extra money for these.
I'm not sure about that, but I will get back to that. The AP and IB testing, so the history of that was with IB, we paid for the registration fee and then the parents paid for the test. IB, after COVID, got rid of the registration fee. It's a budget issue. We have proposed once that we covered it all, and that year in the budget, we didn't feel that we could do it, but that's certainly something that we are open to discussing again. And Added to that, by the way, or if you're in a dual enrollment course, I wrote a check for $600 from award this week.
I haven't gotten that bill.
Yeah, and I know that we can't do anything about. There's no legal mechanism to pay for college credits. But we could potentially pay for tests, so we will look at that.
I think especially, since my daughter was in treatment for all the wonderful IB program is, and she's so excited and loves being an IB diploma. But it shouldn't be penalized monetarily.
And AP is the same. It's the same.
Oops, sorry.
I just want to add too, as a mom of a senior, when I saw the yearbook, I actually texted a mom saying, do we have to pay for this? Because it was so expensive. And then for my daughter's picture, I really just bought one picture just because I just found it was just so expensive to use. But I automatically jumped to the fact that everything was so expensive, all the prices have been jacked up. That's what I thought. Because when my other daughter graduated back in 2021, it wasn't as expensive. And we're paying for all of the classes, and we're looking for driver's ed. So I'm like, all right, which ones do we need to do now, and which ones do we do later? Oh, and the prom dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to that.
But I understand completely.
As a non-senior parent, can you just, before you go, show me that flyer? The booklet?
Thank you.
Just for my own edification, does the high school go out to bid in terms of photographers every year, or do they just roll it over?
You know, I just don't know that, Brian. Mr. DeVito here tonight. I don't know if it's a function of a club in the high school. I don't think the district does it, so it may be managed by a club.
So I guess we should strongly encourage
Yeah.
them to go out to bid like the district does.
I
because
can
of that,
tell you
that
that
nobody has monopoly
my
on it.
pictures, is it prestige, Teresa?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Justin's yearbook.
Yeah, I had the same prestige photography, but I know the yearbook in my daughter's high school is free. So I don't know if there's some kind of deal that they make that you pay for the pictures.
And you're offered to purchase an ad.
Yeah.
In addition, so where does that money go?
Yeah, yeah.
Can we,
I'll find that out.
can we elevate this?
That's why
Or is it too late?
I disagree.
Yeah, no, I can find out. I think it's too late on the pictures. They've already been taken. It's probably too late on the yearbook. So we can certainly, we can certainly do something for the people next year.
Anybody else? Forward? Announcements? Long Beach Classroom Teachers Association?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I can echo everyone else's sentiment about that opening song by Michaela. It was really quite beautiful. I want to say thank you to everyone else who's presenting here this evening, and on behalf of the Long Beach Classroom Teachers Association, and in honor of School Boards Association Week, I just want to say thank you to all the past and present school board members being volunteering with their time to really help shape, the shape and forming and volunteer your time to create goals that are really there to benefit the children. If you accept this small gift from the LBCTA, and hot cold tumbler with straw. Reusable cups are hot item right now. But again, thank you again for allowing us to be part of that.
Thank you, Mr. Harvey. Mr. Supervisor at EPS Group, Mr. Eastman.
Good evening, welcome. Thank Michaela Berger for singing that song. I actually emailed her mother the photo of her singing, and she was thankful for that. Also, Dr. Elshoff and Mr. Fiery and the students for the presentation this evening. And in honor of School Board Recognition Week, the members of AFTPT would like to publicly thank their volunteer school board members for their commitment to our students, staff, and the Long Beach community. Thank you for taking the time to provide this important service, public service, if you care, not only about the students and the schools being the best they can be, but making sure our students' safety and success a priority while ensuring excellence for the next generation and the future of our wonderful beach community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Also, a small token.
Thank you. LBSCA? Parent Teacher Association? student organization? No. May I have a motion to adjourn? May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye, motion adjourned. Thank you very much for coming out, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.